Revenge. Adam, say what's up.
What's up? It's EDP.
No. It's not EDP. EDP doesn't want any cupcakes. Good, Adam.
Yes, he wants a pink cupcake.
Waiting for your peer to resume online. Adam, come on.
With the CLIT.
You know what, Adam? This is why you have no idea what I'm about to do.
Okay. Dare I remind you, you have Jimmy Simpson?
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. And now it's 3rd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra?
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard run. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10.
Give me good field possession.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
No.
I think you can.
Hey, Kirk Cousins.
Where is every quarterback?
First carry now for Dalvin Cook. Levante David in on the tackle.
I think I'm faster than most of them.
But that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Cousins open here, Adam Thielen. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway.
ap21 puts
essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball around, or you can decide to...
And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
I like the interception.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Jameis to throw it. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stepped out
my
the
sister's
line of
calling.
scrimmage.
Yeah.
They get
All your stuff ready for work?
Yeah, I just gotta. Yeah, I got it.
I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna take Majesty, I'm dropping Majesty off to his daddy's house, but we all gonna go together, and then I'll drop you off. He got to be there like by 5, and drop him off at 5, you got to be to work by 6:30.
Mm-hmm.
But you'll be there a little earlier though.
Okay, that's fine.
Alright.
All right, Adam, you ready?
11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
It's a gain of 11, and it's third down.
Ready, blue lady. Right there, 54 miles.
Play action now. Winston on the crossing route, complete. That's Hudson, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Throwing, Winston. And he finds Howard complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Winston to throw for it on 4th. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. Winston in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. And they try to sweep to Jones. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. First carry for Peyton Barber. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
It's now 4th down.
So on 4th down, on comes the Buccaneer kicker, Matt Gay. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now left side on the swing pass. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a 1st down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a different story. long night.
No score after one on EA Sports. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Big stop, let's go. Zebra. 54 Mike.
Cousins again. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Listen to me.
On 4th down, they do snap it to Cousins. And he finds Cook. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Watch twins. Check it out, read.
Cousins gives way to Cook. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Off the play fake, Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. JPP cruising in for the sack that time. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
Check Mike 45. Check. Hey, wahoo! 45's the mic. 45's the mic. I'm coming.
3rd and long for Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. Running for it. Here's Cook. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Dalvin Cook turned away on 4th down. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of it.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Danielle Hunter picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now it's a bootleg with Winston. On the crossing route, complete. That's Hudson.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. They go play action. Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided if there's a time to be aggressive, now is it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one, and look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one.
Check 15, check 15.
From the 31, Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So Cousins heads to the Vikings sideline, and on is Dan Bailey to try the field goal. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. Bailey's kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Scott Miller, 77 yards. And the Bucs have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Here we go. Slip. Can.
Now Cousins. He'll find Thielen work in the middle. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Cousins now. Open man as Thielen is complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes. We'll send you to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Now Cousins. Open man. Once again, it's Thielen. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Second and 5 at the 37-yard line.
Hey, orbit. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Check 10.
To the air again. It's Cousins. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete.
Hey, Adam.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the
Pause it for a
31-yard
second.
line.
Okay.
I'm going to be right back in about 2 minutes. My sister just called me for something.
Okay.
Okay, I'm ready. Let's do this.
Okay, let's go.
Vikings, first down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the
On the ground, it's Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. And down to the 7-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
But he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Throwing is Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. To throw is Cousins. And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. Kyle Rudolph in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead is now 10-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Are you getting the ball back anyway?
Fielded about a yard
I
deep.
think so. They did my stadium, I just kick it off.
So we've
That
hit
never happens. Always
intermission.
kick it off
It's
to you.
halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a
But I mean,
presentation
in the
of
second
EA
half, I
Sports.
should kick it
Thank
off
you,
to you
sir. A
because
field goal
that's
separates
stupid.
these two teams.
You see him
as
doing
we
it
come
again.
back
You just
for
had the ball.
second half. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second
It
half.
happens every
Let's field
single
it a few
time.
yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half. And
I
they've had
think
an ability to
Milkman
see
said
what
you
you've done.
gotta change
They're
it
going to
to
make their
whenever
adjustments.
you
So guess what?
play in
You
the
adjust
second half.
yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the
I
adjustment.
think
Without a doubt. Show them
Milkman,
one
is that
thing,
you?
hit them with something else.
Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing on second down. Cousins. And the pressure too much that time.
Yeah,
as
beginning
Cousins
of
goes
when we
down.
pick up some
William Golston.
Oh,
In
okay.
there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
That's what Milkman said. I think that was Milkman. Milkman. Okay.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
Milkman really fast. Oh, let's make things. It's a Milkman.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And the pressure gets to him again. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. On the return is Mickens. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now the toss to Jones, running right. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Draw play, Winston to Jones. And not much, maybe a yard down to the 23.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Right, Paul? What? Remember, what's it though?
Third and short yardage, Winston. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
On the delay, Jones. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe you change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
High today.
Ready? 25.
Moment or two.
On 3rd down, Winston. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive.
He knows it too. It's okay. It should
That
have
is
been a flag,
bullshit.
Yeah.
You saw that. You saw
Yeah,
that.
that
You
should have
saw
been
he
a
stopped the
clear flag.
receiver. He stopped the
Flag.
receiver.
Yeah, that pass interference.
What type of game is this? You know what? You know, Adam,
know.
I'm finna get Madden 22 because I'm done with this. I'm over here like he literally blocked him and nobody called a penalty.
Yeah, that clearly pass interference, but I don't know. This game, the refs are on.
Called an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on third down, maybe said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today.
Yeah, that was a flag.
And Gay knocks this one through. And that will knot us up at 10. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his plays. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys saying and they can't make the next one. Not in this case, stepped right up like a pro.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Madden needs to be more.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense. Get a couple of first downs.
Who is in my life?
And hopefully flip
Say
the field.
Yeah, just
Adam
to
is
build
gay.
off of. That's what they're looking for here.
If you're in my life.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Play action now. Cousins. And this one pulled in by Rudolph. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 2. Now
He's trying to get the Thanksgiving dinner.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on third?
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Gun.
Cousins the thrower. Setting up the screen for Cook. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. And some space here. There he goes right side. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Is that Travion Diggs?
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Well, Travion is his brother. Stephon is not on the Vikings.
Yeah, that's it. 2020, Paul. Before he went to...
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back
on the Bills, right?
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. From the gun, here's Cousins. He goes full extension, and he's got it. Now another timeout called for by the offense. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. Cousins now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
45.
Throwing. Cousins. Little pitch and catch here to Rudolph. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Again, it's Cousins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to
how
let
was it
it
incomplete?
fly,
He
but
caught
it falls
it.
to the ground and brings up 4th down. We
Yeah,
have
I
not
did
seen a
caught
whole
that.
lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an
He dropped
incompletion.
it, and
They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen.
doing
I
it
think
way
they
too
know
slow.
that. They're going for it on 4th. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And that is going to be incomplete. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now, they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
You can now play
That's a
with
good
me
start to this
because
drive on the
I
defensive
don't
side of
have
the
any
ball.
time
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this third quarter.
That thing was a little too loud. You can come back because I'm not doing anything on offense.
The Bucks on third down, lacking much success.
But
just 2
I
for
don't
7
have
to this
anything
point.
else.
This is 3rd and 8. Here's Winston. And Brake, the tight end's got it. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
Winston now to throw on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Running right, Jones. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
You can just play with me now. I don't have any timeout, so I can't do anything.
The Bucks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 11. On play action, Winston. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Good job, Dad.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Jameis to throw it. And no!
This motherfucker can't catch.
Arians takes a shot there, but his guys come up empty. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back.
He swatted it.
I don't give a shit if he caught it. He needs to hold that ball in.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Really?
180! 65! 65! Check 37! Check! Hey, no, easy! Hey, echo!
Play fake, Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
It's complete to Diggs. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Right there, 54, right there. Yellow. Escape situation, let's go. Hey, exit. Mike, 54's Mike.
Now Cousins on 4th down. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in the second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Tighten up. General West.
They'll throw again. Cousins. Blitz coming, And down he goes. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And that takes us from second to third down.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Third and long for Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
You really like to waste.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the fourth.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
They'll try the right side with Jones. And some room to run now. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 31 yards there and a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Winston. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Winston now. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Couple of plays sent him the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Now Winston. He'll find Barber out of the backfield. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. That time 12 yards on the pass play, but still shy of where they needed to go. 4th and goal. Gay's kick is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal.
You know, McLean, to him, the game is never over.
Much harder and puts more pressure on every position.
It doesn't matter. There's 1 second left. The game is still not over.
Feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
If I had 3 timeouts.
3 timeouts with 2 minutes left? You
No,
can probably
I have
do
0
it.
timeouts.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now.
I'll go for a Hail Mary.
On 1st and 10.
That's risky.
But you got to get the ball back twice.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Cousins, he's going to let it fly.
What?
He caught that?
Be pulled in one-handed.
What the fuck?
Cousins finding
You gotta be joking.
52 yards.
He caught that. Oh my fucking god.
No, that's bullshit. That is some bullshit.
He caught that with 1 hand too. Dude.
Whoever that wide receiver is, I need him on my fantasy football team.
That's Stephon Diggs.
Oh. We should be on there already. The hell is he doing with this team?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cousins. And Diggs has it. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. The reception good
Adams
for
trying to
7.
score.
It's 3rd down.
Yeah.
On play action, Cousins.
Oh, he died. Wait, was that you? Did you click over?
How about the execution of that defense right there?
No, he just stayed there. Got a dope.
He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
He dodges the ball instead of catches the ball.
To make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing.
Even though I lost, I don't know how Stephon did.
4th down.
That's a highlight reel.
Trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. To throw, Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Check curls, check curls, check curls. First. Hey, Steve 6.
To the air again, it's Cousins. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah,
because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive,
I don't care if I lost, Paul,
and even more
but
hope.
that play,
they had to slog their way downfield. They got the touchdown, but it's almost like.
To be honest, I thought you was going for it. I'm like, no, he's going for it.
Barely got the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
27-20. It's already done because nothing's like.
Bailey
And I
now
have
to
no
kick it away
touchdown.
You could do an
after the
onside kick.
timeout.
Yeah, I could have.
This is taken near the 13. Oh, he's got a little
Wow.
delay. He's got the lane, and there
All I did was
he
juke one
goes.
person.
And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. A big-time special teams play here in the fourth quarter to extend their lead.
And coaches preach it all the time. If you can score on special teams, your chances of winning the game really jump up in a big way. Now, I'll let our analytics...
That's the first time I did a home run.
...and give us the exact numbers, but that's what coaches talk about all the time. That extra momentum, that extra bounce you get from a special team score.
I don't have any analytics friends. Those are your friends.
I'll claim them.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
We've been in this situation before. Don't fuck it.
Here are the Vikings now to
Adam
start
throws
their
another
next drive.
60-yard bomb
This is just an
downfield with a
exercise in
one-handed grab.
futility. Do you even
That's
bother running a
Stephon
play
Diggs.
here offensively?
I wouldn't, because
Yep.
now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 28.
I mean, he almost had that.
So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one.
Isn't it weird every single time like we play, it's like back and forth. I win, then you win, then I win, then you win. That's literally what happened yesterday.
I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that.
All right, guys, that was it. I'm finna log off live.
Got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in a second.
Oh, yeah, later.